So we just made a sound on our mouthpiece and barrel with the reed and ligature, and now we're going to put the rest of the clarinet together and play our first 3 notes. I want you to pay careful attention to how you hold the clarinet when you put it together, because you really can bend some of the metal pieces in a way that will cause serious damage to your clarinet. So not only am I going to show you which pieces fit where, but where to hold your hand when you squeeze and push them together so that you can keep the instrument in good playing condition. So I put my mouthpiece down for the time being, and I'm going to ask you to pick up your bell, which is this piece, and hold it in your right hand. Make sure you know your right from your left. Check in. Hold it in your right hand. And then there are 2 larger pieces with all the keys on them. Pick up the larger one and hold it with the cork side down. This is the cork. What I do is I put that into the bell, but you're going to need to squeeze it and push them together. Now, if you have a newer clarinet, that cork is very, very thick. It will wear down, and these will get a lot easier to put together, but right now it's probably pretty tough for you. So you need to grease that cork with some cork grease. We talked about that last time when we put together our mouthpiece and barrel. Put a little cork grease on there, rub it in, wipe your hand off. Don't put greasy hands all over your clarinet. So the cork fits into the bell, and your left hand is going to come around the back of the clarinet where there aren't any keys, and you put it right like that. So the thumb rest, which is this piece here, is sort of in the V part of your hand. And you can reach the bottom 3 fingers, your middle, your ring finger, and your pinky can kind of just push down on those keys, and then you've got your pointer sticking out. We don't wrap the pointer around because you can bend these. And then while this has the grip, you can just push up. Now, if you can't do that on your own, ask your parents for help, but have them watch this video so they don't do this, which is bad for the clarinet, and we don't want anybody squeezing here, especially not there, because that's a nice long piece that can get bent. So left hand, 3 fingers, push. Now you've got half the clarinet. Put your right hand down here at the bottom on this pad. So you're holding both pieces together. Take your left hand and pick up the other piece that's left over. It's called the upper joint, and you'll see it has holes in it. Line up all the holes in a straight line. Bring your hand around the back, just like you did down here. You're going to do it up here. Hand on the back. Reach your fingers around the front, and you can just push down on these keys, and your thumb should stay straight because you don't want to squish these pieces. So it looks like that. And basically, you need to push this down because there's this tiny little piece here that moves up and down. You want it in the up position, and when you line up the holes and you put these 2 pieces together, you'll see what we call the bridge key. There's a little thing sticking out on the bottom, on the lower joint. There's one that's going to sit on top of it in the upper joint. He's in the up position. When you twist these 2 pieces together, notice how I'm in a good position. I'm not hurting anything on the clarinet. And I keep my eye on that bridge key as I push those 2 pieces together. And they line up perfectly and all my holes are in a straight line. Now I sit with the clarinet on my lap, grab my barrel and my mouthpiece. You should be looking at this side of the clarinet that has very few keys, and this nice long one right here is going to line up with your reed. And you can just push down from up here and you're not hurting any keys that way. Now the way we sit with this, the way we hold this is take your right hand, push your thumb underneath the thumb rest, right at the knuckle. That's going to bear the weight of the clarinet. Take your left hand on this back hole, thumb at an angle like that, covering up all the hole with the skin of your thumb, and the edge of your thumb sort of on the corner is going to sort of touch that lever. It doesn't push it, but it just touches it. Reach around the front and your pointer is going to go right to that first hole, and that's your E, And that's going to sound like mi, re, do. That's what those three notes are going to sound like, E, D, C. So you hold the clarinet up, resting it on your thumb rest. Be sure you're not over here. Be sure you're here. Thumb, pointer. There's my E. What does that sound like? Mi. Place your embouchure. Teeth on top. Here's my D, re. And my C, do. Know this song?